Hello, and welcome back to part 2 of our Shackleton Expanse Star Trek Adventure series. We will be boldly going where nobody has gone before, and there's probably a good reason for that, as we found out on last week's episode. If you missed it, I'll do a quick recap in a minute. But first, our fun cast of people this evening. We have Nifty. Who are you playing tonight?
I am still playing Niftox, our Denobulan Chief Medical Officer.
Fantastic. Cranky, who are you tonight?
I'm Tholian Dave, a security... Am I the Chief Security Officer?
I think you're the Chief Security,
a security officer.
Well,
yeah.
Well, say your character sheet.
Yes. Jen,
I should look at that.
Tonight.
I am Esteban, a joined Trill science officer on the USS Lexington who likes to get his rocks off.
Fantastic.
Ew.
And Stars, who are you tonight?
I am Commander Boca. I am a Cation. I am the chief engineer of the USS Lexington. I like my engine room like I like my women, orderly and with big nacelle.
Wow.
That's a lie. I don't like women. That's a lie. I don't like women.
I was going to say, probably the most heterosexual thing you've ever said.
I'm mildly
It's
turned
like,
on by that style.
There's a lot of heterosexual grandstanding I just can't put any weight behind. I can't
Hey.
possibly.
This is
Just
role
honest.
playing. You can be different. You can be different for this hour and a half.
You can be
But
whatever
what
you
if I
want
just
to be.
what if I just decided to be myself to sort of slightly different shape? Idle, one of these days with that like really slinky intro, I really want you to put like a load of cartoon sound effects of like people falling over and like like vases
God.
breaking,
Why
glass
have I never done
shattering.
Oh my
I thought
gosh.
that'd be really... I
Please
was
remind me of
listening to
that,
it,
because
and
I will forget.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
It's like, it sounds really, it's like, yeah, just like you hear like the goofy, you know.
Oh gosh, why have we never done that? Okay, so yes, you are the crew of the USS Lexington exploring the undiscovered Shackleton Expanse, and you were called by some sort of distress signal to the planet Bacchus, and whereupon your ship suffered a series of system failures. Things went off all over the shop. You managed to stabilize the ship to stop it from crashing into the planet, which was had an orange haze about it and is crisscrossed with large monoliths. You were then whisked down to the planet without your consent. You were beamed down without anything, no tricorders, no phasers, but you managed to find a pack which contained, just if you have forgotten, you have water, rations palatable to a Klingon, thermal blankets, an emergency surgical kit, and a single disruptor pistol. You scan some of the monuments and you find out that they are one interlaced giant circuit across the entire planet. And as you go to one of the monoliths, you find there were some creatures or some people standing, looking up at the monolith in abject awe, or in some sort of like worship scenario, which, if remind you as well, 2 of them were human, and those 2 humans were Lieutenant Janna Fry and Ensign Camilla Chara, who you were actually sent to go and find, as they were responsible for stealing a shuttle and whether intentionally or not, some people were killed as a result of that. But also 2 Kuha Klingons, the ones without the genetic modification, 1 Vulcan, 1 Romulan, and 2 Trill. Upon investigating them, talking to them, you realise that they are all completely out of it, zoned out, staring up at the monument in abject awe, not quite paying attention. They're talking to you, but they're not quite paying attention to you in any result. You notice that there are 2 orange beams firing up into space, one of which you surmised is currently holding your ship, which you are... No, you wouldn't have your communicators, would you? So you're not in contact with. As you investigated the monolith, you found a panel, or you found a reactable area of it, which you pressed, and what I read last time, with the activation of one section of the monolith, a soft blue beam shines from one of the runes onto the ground, forming a spotlight onto which a human-sized creature might stand. And now we start off. You have 6 momentum still, because we're not in a new scene yet, so you've still got your momentum from last time. How would you like to proceed for now?
I have a question.
Go for it.
The name of the planet, how's it spelled?
Bacchus. Bacchus. Or Bacchus.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Greek back.
As in the Roman god of fertility and wine?
Possibly, maybe.
Yes, that would be right.
That sounds like a
The
good
fact
place
that
to
you
be.
don't know that off the top of your head means it's probably not a clue.
Well, yeah, okay, maybe.
To be fair, all the TOS planets were usually named something like that.
Yeah.
No, I know. That's
Mhm.
that's
You
why
wait
I
till
had
the
to
action
ask.
Greek god comes and says, no, it's an accident, spelling mistake.
Yeah, they
Scott
just name.
Backus.
I too was
Parliament.
hoping we'd get to wine and dine, Minity, but alas.
No, the Greek one is Dionysus. The Roman one is Bacchus. God, get your
Yeah, but guess
gods
what? They're the exact same god, just bastardized. That's how the Romans.
Nerds.
Anywho,
Yes, I have a history degree. I know.
let's have a bacchanalia. Let's get freaky.
Okay.
Hey, I'm down.
Are any of the spaced out people making any moves towards the blue light?
No, not currently. No, not to say
Okay.
you've got
I
the
use
two
my
orange
radiation
beams.
burst and just blow everything up.
Maybe let's not jump straight to that. Let's keep that in our back pocket.
Oh, and
Can
the
we
other
just, like,
the other
throw a
little
rock
addition as
into
well,
the-
the one thing I mentioned last time is that the captain of the ship, the captain whose name I have forgotten that I wrote down in my book over here. Hang on. I gave him
Jim.
I did give him a name. Hang on. No, that's the jokes from last night's charity show.
Jim,
Your mum's
Your
so fat, her
name is
Lagrange pointers at
Jim.
Pluto. Not that one. Captain Baldwin, and commandership. The captain, he has a first officer, but is yet to decide the second officer, which all of you are essentially competing for. So not necessarily competing for, but there is an added bonus that if you do very well on this mission, he may declare one of you his second officer. So please.
Oh, I thought we were competing for first officer.
No, he already has one. Commander Schmidt.
I've
Alright,
already
we'll
got
get him
one.
killed.
Can we Terran Empire him and become first officer?
Oh, there's a good campaign idea. Terran Empire. Oh, you'd have many characters.
Yeah, who wants to play a fascist? Yeah.
All right,
Someone said we should
get
throw a
going
rock.
here. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we'll always throw a rock. Throwing a rock is always a safe option.
I think you did throw a rock last time. You
We
did
have
throw a
And
additional
it
rock.
That
bounced
was what it ended on.
harmlessly. It
No, we didn't.
bounced off harmlessly.
Yeah. You could throw another one.
Yeah. Should we
Well,
toss a rock
because
into
this
the
new
blue thing?
spotlight is a new development, right?
Do we have a scanner of any kind? Tricorder,
No.
I can't remember.
Oh.
I know we
you
have a
have one
Klingon
get one
phaser.
out.
or a Klingon disruptor.
Yeah.
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 No, so what you have as of last time is to say the two orange beams that are pointing up in the sky, one of which you know has your ship, and then you've got this blue panel. And the soft blue beam shines from the runes onto the ground.
Alright,
Yeah, I'd like to
stand
throw a
in the
rock
beam
into the. Oh god.
then.
You want to throw a rock into it? Okay. Throw a rock. Give me. Oh, hang on. I need to get my notes up. Ah, sorry. Give me. This is probably going to be a. I'm going to say fitness and. Fitness and security. Difficulty 0, because you can't earn any more
Gonna be
momentum.
me then,
I just
isn't it?
wanted to get complication and fuck it up.
Yeah, I've got a 10 in that, so if you want to give that a shot.
I also have a
I've
10.
got 15.
Your rock throwing skills are immaculate.
He's
Sorry,
just trying to
fitness,
bait. He's trying to bait us
security?
into. He's trying to bait us into getting a complication.
I am.
Just can we roll
Please.
less than 2 dice?
No, you have to roll 2 dice.
Fitness security, I'm a 14.
I'm
It's difficulty
15.
0. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Whoever feels the luckiest.
No, he's a 15, so he'll go. Plus, he hasn't rolled yet this campaign.
Oh yeah,
my first
Frankie.
roll.
That's true.
Do it.
Only Dave,
Okay.
throw a rock.
Okay, we have got an 8 and an 18.
Okay. Okay,
Yay!
that's fine.
Ooh, nice and.
The rock hits the soft blue light and scatters to the floor.
But
Oh.
it does seem to have been affected. It hasn't like turned blue, hasn't disintegrated, hasn't
Nope, no,
eaten up.
everything
Change
is.
trajectory in any way.
Nope, nothing's fine. It looks like it to your normal eyes, to your geologist's eyes, it lands as a normal rock would, and you can confirm that using your paleontological theory on rock movements in normal linear space.
Yes, but
Anyway.
what do your elf eyes see?
What do your true
Can
eyes
we
see?
can we ask the people if they know what the blue light means?
Who do you want to ask? Oh no, I need to turn that. Hang on. We're
Let's
not-
ask the Starfleet people since they
Yeah,
are
'cause we can
most
pull
likely
rank
to
on
talk
them.
to us.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you specifically saying? Are you saying? Do you know? What
Remember, they did
Uh,
not. They were not very cooperative last time. Like there wasn't really
Right.
much they could do.
I'm gonna
Well,
say,
we
should
can
try
still ask
someone
them.
else?
Do you know
tried
why
that.
this blue light is there?
The blue light? No. I like it though. That's what. Sorry, that is. You're talking to Lieutenant Jenna Fry there. He says, "No, I like the light though."
Oh,
They're not moving to walk into the light, even though they like it.
Not at the moment.
They're
Is
just
there any
kind
way
of-
we can appeal to the Vulcan's logic and try and?
Try.
Is there a Vulcan?
There
There's a
is
Vulcan and a
There's
Romulan,
Vulcan and
right?
Romulan.
Yeah, that's right.
Wait, doesn't this cause a continuity problem because no one's seen a Romulan?
Let's say this is after Balance of Terror.
Okay, right.
Yeah, this is like what, season 3?
Yeah,
of...
this is
I
this
guess
is-
so,
this is
yeah.
season
AOS?
3.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
We're well acquainted.
So he's one of those cool Romulans with the funky helmet.
Yeah, sure.
Ooh, can he
Centurion.
please have the helmet? All right. All right.
You sort of steal his helmet. All right, so either we get like, so do we want to appeal to the Vulcan, or do you want to try and step into the light?
I think we step
into
on
the
the light.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
we
before you
should
do
go
that,
first.
in the blink of an eye, 3 Klingon warriors are suddenly standing in front of you, and you notice that they rematerialize the same way that you got beamed out. The many scars they wear indicate that they are veterans of many battles. They look around in anger and confusion, and one of them shouts, "What is the meaning of this? Why do you attack our ship and steal us away?" And you see that they're also missing their usual weaponry. One of them goes down to reach his tach, but he finds it's not there, and they can sort of steel themselves as if to expect a confrontation.
Do I remember right in that the Klingons? There's 2 Klingons already.
There are
on
2
scene
Klingons already here, yes.
who both have duck tags.
Oh, this is a good question. What do they have?
Yeah, I think I remember.
They do.
a-
Yeah, you are quite correct. Yes, the 2 Klingons who are there do actually carry ducks.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. How about I signal to Tholi and Dave, our chief of security, to keep his disruptor handy, but I want to bring up my hands and go, "Hey, no, we're all cool here. There's no need to start throwing hands or any other fragments of the lithosphere at us. Let's just."
How did you bring us here, Starfleet?
chill. Well, if you noticed, it wasn't a Starfleet transporter beam that brought you here.
You are very wily.
I'll feel different.
Nothing would surprise
Well,
me.
Well, guess what? I'm a pretty good engineer, but I'm not quite that good. I don't have anything on me at current, if you haven't noticed.
Yeah, the captain, the commander looks around and sees like all the other people. Like, who are these people? What are they doing here? He notices 2 comrades, and he goes over to them like, "You, we found you. Where have you been?" He sort of punches one on the shoulder, and the other Klingon just looks at him and goes, "Ah," like grunts at him and goes on, in his reverie, and goes, "What is wrong with you?" But
Can
the
we
other
ask
the other 2
the-
are still stealing up against you. They're still looking maybe a little nervous, but reassured that their commander has a grasp on the situation, or at least is taking command.
That's all you
Can we
did.
ask the 3 new Klingons if they experienced the same situation as we did, with their ship being stuck in a beam of some kind before they were transported to the planet's surface?
We did.
See if
We
their
just
situation's
managed to
the same.
recover our ship from your technological advanced weaponry before we were whisked here by your alien device. Explain how you did this. This is a new breach of the peace treaty between the Klingon Empire and the Federation, which I
They got a
worthy the
peace treaty
battle.
now?
There is. The Organians implemented a peace treaty at this point.
The organ people, yes.
Yes.
The Jorgens.
Yorgans, yeah. The
I'm
Norwegian.
really tempted to tell them, if you want an answer, just step in the blue beam. I'm really tempted.
Yes. Step right this way, gentlemen.
In fact, you know what? Yeah, can I turn to the commander? Can I say, at this point, you know about as much as we do. However, that blue beam just appeared. So if you want to step into it, maybe it'll give you some answers. But by the same measure, it could just disintegrate you. Depends on how honourable and brave you're feeling.
I am the most honourable and brave. That's going to be a roll, I think, because we got to roll some dice today. Can whoever's talking to him give me presence and command? This is going to be difficulty 3. I'm going to spend a point of threat and make it difficulty 4.
Presence and command.
Presence
I
and
have a
command.
14 in that.
Because you've
I have
got
a
too much
10
momentum.
only.
12.
Ooh, where am I at?
And oh wait, can they? Are we still? 2 of us are still back, like hiding, right? Or is
I think
only...
you regrouped.
I think
You
we
did
all joined
regroup.
up.
Oh,
yeah,
did we? Did we
Yeah.
all walk over? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
when we realized they
Sorry,
were
we're talking to the Klingons here, though, right?
Correct.
the
yes.
new ones. Yeah.
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 They don't seem to be
I
affected
do-
by. They're not affected by whatever's going on.
Yeah. So although I have my I only have a roll of 10, I do have cultural flexibility as my talent.
What's your discipline though? Because if it's like a 1 or a 2, focuses don't matter.
No, I know. That's what I'm trying to I have too many things open.
Classic.
While you're doing that, I actually have a talent in disarming nature, where apparently I'm extremely sociable and adept at putting others at ease. Whenever I am engaged in a social conflict, I reduce the difficulty of any test to make my target relax or to trust me by 1.
Okay.
So I
that's
seem to
now
have the best roll, and I can bump that down
difficulty
to
3 then. Okay. I'll allow.
Yeah. Nifty, what's your talent do? Do you think you can assist me?
So my talent of cultural flexibility is doot doot doot.
Doot doot doot.
I can also reduce the difficulty by 1.
Ooh, that's tasty. Yeah, get in here with me.
Okay, so my roll isn't that great. It's 10, where my command is 3. So if I can use a focus as well.
I feel like we should buy a momentum for this as well. Buy
Oh,
a
for
dice
sure.
momentum, yeah.
Yeah.
Do we want to buy 2 dice? Because we've got we're maxed out, aren't we?
That will take you down to 3.
I think my focus in counseling means that I can probably be a pretty reasonable person when approaching them. And
I
yes,
don't
they're
know if you're
Klingons.
offering
They're
advice or guidance to the
no, but
Klingons. Or are you counseling?
I can be a very calming presence. I'm clearly not threatening to them as I approach them, even though they're Klingon, they're different. But I have cultural flexibility, so I'm approaching them in a very Klingon-y.
I will
I'm able
allow the
to
fact that there
talk.
is a little bit of a cultural zeitgeist with the Denobulans as they remember Phlox bringing Clan back to Kronos. So I will say that the fact you are Denobulan definitely gives you a little bit of an advantage there. So yeah, okay, I'll allow that as a
Sweet.
focus.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome. So in which case, between the two of us, we're reducing difficulty down by 2 down to 2. You're rolling 1
Wait,
dice.
you're reducing
next to
difficulty by
you with a
2?
target
How are you doing that? So I thought you did it by 1.
I've got Sami nature, and he's got a talent to do
Only
the same.
only the active role can use their talent.
Ah,
You can both use your focuses, but only the active role can use the talent. So I only did reduce by
fair
1.
enough.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that'd be just open up. Everyone's assisting, and everyone's using all these OP abilities. Like, what the...
Would my focus in personnel management technically?
not your personnel. If you were dealing with an aggressive
report
member
to
of your
you.
own staff, maybe, but not Klingons.
Composure?
Composure, I'd allow.
Okay, composure, cool. Alright, so Nifty, you're rolling 1. Since
Yep.
it's only difficulty 3, I think maybe just buy the 1 dice instead of spending 1 momentum. So I'll be rolling 3 and Nifty will be rolling 1.
Yep.
Alright, cool. Let's roll these bones.
You can do it.
I'm gonna click a button to roll mine. Critical. I hit a 2.
2.
Oh, hoo, hee, hee, hoo.
It's
So-
not even.
Oh dear.
That is a 7,
Mm-hmm.
a 1,
Oh, wow.
and a 20.
Okay,
Oh
so
no.
you got your momentum back. So you're back up to 6 momentum. With okay, I'll tell you what's going to happen here. The Klingon commander is swayed by your appeals, but one of his comrades, he sort of goes, what you say makes some sense. And one of his comrades go on.
Hang on. Oh, no, sorry. No, ignore me.
Okay.
I thought I had a talent to help me out here, but it's fine.
One of his comrades sort of looks over him, alarming. He's like, Captain, these are the Federation. They are dogs. And he barks over and goes, you will be quiet. You will listen to your superior officer. And then the other Klingon, enraged, is like, I will not have this from your house. And they start to engage in a confrontation. And as you know, I'm gonna roll a couple of dice for these guys just to see who comes out of this, who comes out the better of this fight. So the captain managed, after a small, brief skirmish, the captain managed to flip over the. It's very impressive. I've been watching a lot of wrestling lately, so you can imagine it's gonna be a lot of flips off the rocks. There's gonna be some body slams, things like that, and eventually he managed.
Double axe handle.
He gets behind him, and the commander snaps his subordinate's neck. So for a complication, there are now only, which doesn't sound like it's a bad complication, but
That's not a bad complication.
let's see what happens. And the commander, that could have gone a different way. That could have been if the first officer maybe have won that one. He managed to snap his neck and subdued his first officer. There are now 2 Klingons and a dead body. So yeah.
Wow, technically there's 4 Klingons, but 2 that are compos mentis.
Yes. You do now have a dead body. to
Look,
play
there we
with,
go.
so, hey.
No. No.
Okay.
No.
Suit yourself.
No.
Hey, if the other 2 Klingons, the ones that are brain dead, basically are susceptible, can we ask them if we can have their dick tangs?
They're what now?
They're what now?
Dick Wang.
Well, you know what I mean. They're knife things.
Tard.
Dick
The
Tag,
knife
that's
thing.
what
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
thank
one.
you.
It would be a roll in this case if you want to attempt it. However, I would not advise failing that roll.
Oh dear. All
But
right.
it's up to you.
Failure
Maybe,
is not an
maybe we'll
option.
put that off because yeah,
You do have
the
your
ones that
disruptive
came
and stuff.
down don't. The ones that came down don't have any weaponry,
No.
but the mental ones don't. Okay.
Correct, yeah.
So Klingon captain's gonna step in. He's been convinced.
He's been convinced not to attack you. He hasn't been convinced to step in. I'll say that as
Oh.
well. The complication. So he's
Okay.
Can we put the dead body in the beam?
Ooh.
Their body to play with, of course.
They don't care about the corpses, right? They just shout.
Yeah,
and then...
they've done the shout and they're done. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
So are you? Someone's going to need to move it. Who's moving it?
Sorry, Dave, you're the muscle.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Thurley and Dave, please roll me fitness and con. Why not? Difficulty 2,
So
please.
that is that's 12.
The maneuvering
It has
of
to
a
be
body.
if you're the one moving it.
Two
What was
dice,
it again?
Fitness and con.
I have a 12 in that as well, so I wouldn't be any better than you.
Yeah, I have an 11. No,
Wow.
9. I have a
Hold
9.
on. Okay, what have we got going on here?
Anyone have a talent in moving bodies?
I have a talent in psychokinesis where I can move things telepathically.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
I would say that's small things. I don't know if an entire
Yeah.
36 pound,
Can't move
36
a Klingon.
I mean, it's dead
Klingon-
weight.
Okay. We'll just go with the roll.
Do a roll, see what happens.
All right.
That is that's a 9
Mm.
and 15.
What was your limit?
12.
12. Okay, so you only got one success. So you try to pull the body up. You realise it's too heavy for you to move by yourself. So, and you being Tholian as well, you're not equipped to deal with these humanoid bodies. You don't have quite the right leverage. So you cannot pick the body up. I'm not going to stop
pincers, I
anyone
can't
else from
grasp it.
assisting or trying again on this occasion.
All right.
See why you wouldn't.
Should more than one of us attempt to move the body into the
Have you
blue
ever tried
light?
to move a
Yeah,
body
you
by
know,
yourself?
We'll grab one of us, grab him by his legs, one of them grab him by the
yeah.
shoulders. We'll just
I'll-
yuck him
yeah.
in.
I'll let
Like,
you do that.
like we're
That's fine.
throwing a couch.
Yeah.
Chop it into 6 pieces. Take it to a pig farm.
Okay.
No.
I will
Hard
let you.
farm.
I'll let you do that. As the body hits the pentagonal monolith, you find. Sorry. Let me just go back. There is another bit that's supposed to open. Yeah. So as the body hits the blue beam, a passageway opens and reveals itself. And as you look into the pentagonal monolith, you find an interior passageway lit by glowing runes on the walls and ceiling, cutting towards the center of the huge tower. The passageway continues ahead and then turns a corner, and the people you found on the planet seem a bit shaken by the opening of the doorway. After the slightest hesitation, they begin to move forward, trying to get up the hallway as quickly as possible. And before any of you can do anything, the Romulan you noticed earlier, he runs. He full pelt runs, but quicker than any of your rolls you can get in there before I can do it. He runs straight into the hallway, and you hear a flash and you hear a scream. And as you look into the passageway, you see that the Romulan has been zapped by an energy beam, and you see a faint outline of a glowing skeleton before it evaporates into smoke.
Booby traps. Good to
He
know.
chose poorly.
Is
He didn't
his
choose poorly.
is his helmet still intact?
His helmet is still intact, yes.
Oh,
Okay.
phew. We're okay. That's okay then.
You notice also now that the Vulcan is starting to move towards it, and as you see, the people are starting to move into the corridor, seemingly unaware what has happened to their colleague.
Do we try and stop
I'm
them?
gonna move forward and I'm gonna try and pull the skeleton out of the way.
The
do I
skeleton.
have to roll
What
for
the skeleton, the Romulan skeleton? Yeah.
You're gonna
Yeah, if
enter
I
the
can try and get
passageway.
like a bony arm and pull it out of the way, like I
Okay.
don't like the idea of it being there.
No, I think we want to stop the
I think we want to
Vulcan.
stop the Vulcan going in.
Yeah. Can we like?
Yeah, but I want to pull the skeleton out. So
I would like to
what order do you
throw
want
a
to do this?
rock at the Vulcan and take his legs out
Okay, you want to throw a rock at the Vulcan.
and trip him.
Okay,
With a rock.
throwing a rock at the Vulcan. Give me control and security difficulty 2, please.
Control security. Okay. All right. I would, of course, like to use my focus in geology.
If you, okay, fine.
Choosing the right type of rock to throw.
Yeah.
Right.
Pick up about 3 or 4, and you go like, this is too porous.
Yeah.
No, this one's too.
This one's just right for a Vulcan.
Is there any quartz in this one?
We're maxed out on momentum. Should I buy an extra one? We want to stop them from like going in and dying, right?
Yeah, no, I think we definitely need to stop.
I mean, we could just stand in the way of the door.
Well, they're starting to run.
I'll volunteer to stand in the door. I'll volunteer.
All right, but I'm gonna still throw the rock.
Okay, throw the
And
I
I'm gonna
dream of stopping you.
I'm gonna buy a die.
Okay.
You throw the
well,
rock.
All right. And was it again fitness and
no, I said command and.
command.
Sorry, fitness and command. Yeah.
fitness and command? Okay.
Oh, I have a 15 there. It should be me rolling, maybe.
Yeah, but you don't have fitness and or focus in geology, so your rock throwing would be subpar. Anyways, I got 2 successes. So
Okay, good.
Okay,
I hit him with the rock, and he's tripping.
Your expert aim nails the Vulcan on his bad knee, and he goes down with a thump onto the floor. And although you see he's trying to get himself up to
Yes,
crawl
that
towards
old
him,
Cal toe injury.
yeah, he's not going to get there
He used to be an
anytime
explorer
soon.
like you until he took a rock to the knee.
You notice now that the 2 humans and the Klingons, and they're all starting to move towards the door. So Stars, you said you're blocking the door?
Yeah, I want to block the door and I want to try and peer in because I'm really, really curious what's in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you are you're there for now. Okay, so you're peering in.
Okay.
You've not quite gone through the threshold.
Can
yet.
I roll to perceive what's inside this
You
glorious
can
door?
indeed. Yeah, you can roll insight and security difficulty 2. Hey, guess what? I'm going to spend a threat and make it 3.
I haven't
Classic.
done
Classic you.
that. That is very classic. Can I buy a dice with this? I've got a very poor roll.
Yeah, you definitely should.
Cool. So my target number is 9. Let's see what happens. It's difficulty 3?
Yes, it is. Yes.
He's threatening us.
Alright.
Who told Idle to
Indeed.
start using threat?
Not me, believe it or not. Alright, let's see what happens. Ooh, a 3, a 14, and a 20.
Oh
Ugh.
boy. So
Ooh.
you didn't. What was your roll? What was your passing roll? Sorry.
It was 9.
9.
Okay, so
So I
yeah,
got
you
1
got
success.
1 success and a critical. This isn't going to go well for you. As you lean your head into the corridor, you fall ever so slightly into the area the beam affects you, and you get zapped, not fatally, but trapped by the bee. You get struck by the disintegration rate. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by a cat now. And you trigger the trap. Hang on, I've just got to read what the implications here. Here we go. I would need you to roll 8 challenge dice, please, and suffer the amount of stress those 8 dice give you.
Ooh dear. Ooh dear. Alright, so just for relevant, by the way, I have 10 stress overall, so this could go really well or really poorly.
Oh boy.
Okay, come
8,
on.
yes?
8 challenge dice, yes, please.
Okay.
No effect.
Oh, it's a kitty.
So a 2 and a 5, I believe that's
It's 3.
3 damage and an effect. Yeah.
And there's no effect,
Oh.
so just roll the 1 for the
Okay.
effect dice.
So 3. A 1 and a 3.
So that's 6. No, sorry, that's 4.
Trying to kill
You
him.
want me to die? Yeah.
Buy more dice.
A 4 and a 5.
That's 5 now.
And
Oh,
last
no.
2. 2 and a 4.
So that's 7. So you take 7 stress.
I take an injury as well, I believe, and I'm out.
Yeah, you'll be down. You are knocked prone and unable to continue. We've never had an injury before. This is new
Hold
territory
on.
for me.
I'm going to fix him up.
You're gonna fix him up.
And because I have a talent in field medicine, I do not get penalized for not having the best equipment.
Okay, that's cool.
You also
there
have
is-
that surgical kit from
There is,
Yep,
yes.
we have I've got a surgical kit and a talent in field medicine. I'm gonna at least
perfect.
undo some of this damage. He may not be perfect, but he will be. I'm gonna fix him to the point where he can participate with us
There
still.
certainly is a role you can do for that, because I just can't remember what it was. I'm just quickly looking through my notes here. Stars, do you know what the role for rejuvenating a team member is? Recover. Hang on. No,
Ooh.
not that one.
Yeah, I believe it's like control.
Oh, here we go. Yes. So
medicine?
first aid. This is daring and medicine task difficulty 1,
Okay.
but no one can assist you.
Okay.
No.
God, I seriously have too many things open.
While this is happening, I've collected the Centurion helmet and I put it on because
Well,
it's
the Centurion
fashionable.
helmet is in the beams area, so
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I have not touched that then.
no.
Can,
I thought it might have
can
fallen
we
out.
say that like my flailing body dislodged it and threw it towards
Not quite yet.
toward Esteban?
You got to earn that helmet.
Esteban
Alright,
is currently fashioning some kind of a hook implement from sticks and rocks that he found on the floor.
Okay,
Just hook it out.
I have rolled
Okay.
a
Ooh.
6 and a 12,
What was your daring and medicine?
and my daring and med is a 12.
Okay, so yeah, you have stabilized stars, but he means you. Luckily, you won't die at the end of the scene. Lucky you. But you're still incapacitated on the floor, so you're out. I would say you're knocked prone. You can do. You are compos mentis. You are with it. However, you are not currently mobile.
Can we say that my red shirt is ripped and I look very, very chiseled and very, very cool?
Sure, if you wish. There is an option here to spend 2 momentum to get yourselves back on your feet. You get yourself back on your feet if you so wish.
Back on my feet, or do I get my stress back?
You wouldn't get your stress back, no, but you would be able to do things in the scene again, or at least beyond.
How
I
many
think we
rounds
wanna-
We'll
do
see
we
what
have?
happens.
I think we want our engineer. Oh, do we have to choose now, or can we
I would
choose
say you
later
have to
when we
choose
have an
now.
engineering task?
Yeah.
Oh,
I say
I'd say get
absolutely
him
yes, because
Yeah.
something
Get him
tells me we need to disable this booby trap. So I want our engineer.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a subpar engineer. I mean, I'm okay, but
Okay.
yeah, we need
Yeah.
the chief engineer.
I appreciate the vote of confidence, although I'm not
Okay.
doing too well. So
Stars, you are back on your feet.
I'm gonna rub my tummy. I feel really that hurt.
Okay.
All right. So my attempt to look into that didn't go so well.
No,
Can another one of
You
us
wanna
try
try?
to look inside?
No,
no,
I'm
yeah, we
voting
don't want to
no.
lose another
That
person.
sounds dumb.
Can we convince a Klingon to look inside?
You can sure.
I assume they saw
Can
this
we try
happen.
and discern? Can we try and discern what's causing the trap to go off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can certainly if you
Is
give
it a
me.
tripwire? Is it like a camera? Like what's the?
Can we see the point of origin of the beam that killed?
Please give me an insight and
Romulan?
security task, difficulty 2.
Insight
Same one
and
as earlier.
security.
I only have a 9, so I'm not good on
11.
that. I'm not doing that again.
13.
Lily and Dave
13.
surely has better security.
13. I've got it overall on that.
Ooh, all right. Anything that would help as far as a focus
Yeah.
or a talent? We need to ascertain what's going on in here.
Infiltration.
Kinda. You're stepping lightly.
Yeah, I got like space combat tactics, but that's more for ship battles, isn't it? Hand-to-hand combat,
I think you're using your like natural.
survival.
It's almost like you're using a perception to look at this. You're not stepping in. You're using your your Tholian eyes to discern, or whoever's going to do the role, to discern how this trap is being sprung.
Who wants to take it then? Me and Nifty got the same
Yep.
13.
Can you look at it together?
Certainly,
assist
I'll allow an assist.
one
Yeah.
another? Is this
Well,
still difficulty 3 or
This is difficulty
is
2.
it 2 now?
I lowered
Okay.
it. It was 3
Difficulty 2.
earlier when I added the threat. I will keep it normal now in the effort of moving the plot along.
Yeah, I can. Well, what's your crit range? We probably want you rolling 2 dice. Oh no, but you have to use a focus to open up your crit range. Never mind. Do you have a focus that works?
The closest is infiltration.
No, not in this case.
Ooh. But we're trying to infiltrate the.
Would
Yeah, I
imply
think
that
that's
you're
more
trying to do it without anyone
infiltration.
watching, whereas this is everyone's watching.
Yeah.
We don't want it to catch us.
Mm,
We're trying to sneakily investigate this this booby trap without
one of you
being
just got
detected by it.
zapped by the laser beams. You walked into it. Not really sneaky. Pretty
Well,
overt.
No, but the sneakiness would be not triggering it.
No, that's
Like a
if you
cat
were
burglar.
trying to
Oh,
get
that didn't
past
work
it.
for
But you're
stars.
trying to look. You're simply looking for a clue at this point.
I think
Oh,
the
okay,
infiltration
okay.
is more along the lines of espionage rather than infiltrating monoliths.
All
So I
right.
roll 2 and Nifty rolls 1. We'll just go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, do it.
what is that?
Hey, you predicted my dice
Oh,
roll.
no.
I did, in fact, roll a 1.
Oh, well done.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Did you get any
Wow.
more?
I only rolled 1 dice.
Okay.
I got a 7,
Uh-huh.
but then I also got an 18.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So you passed. You got yourself some momentum back. You,
Yay!
you noticed at the end of the corridor, past the trap, there is another blue glowing panel, which you can see that is currently active. However, it is on the other side of the trap.
So
We
now,
attempt to shoot it,
oh,
take out the beam.
Is
At
there
this
any
point,
way?
like, what's the worst that can happen if you shoot
Yeah.
it?
well, hold on. What are we shooting? The
Panel.
like the.
The panel
we
that
don't know what the
believe is
panel does.
controlling the beam.
So hang on. So there's a corpse under in the first blue light that opened the door. Can Tholi and Dave use his psychokinesis to push the skeleton into the other blue one, and maybe that turns off the beam that tries to kill people?
So hang on, you're trying to say the skeleton comes back into the because
The
let's put the picture. You've got a
skeleton
blue,
would move to the other blue light.
but the blue light is on this side, on your side of the trap, because that was the one
Okay,
you stepped
so there's-
into to open the doors, and then from
So
then
there's a
on
second
in the
blue light
corridor there is
Also
where-
on our
And
side.
as he walked into the corridor, that's where the
He
trap
got
is.
zapped, yeah,
And then
and then-
beyond that, there's a panel, a glowing
yeah,
panel.
correct.
Right, but can we
Panel
push?
that we don't know what it does. We don't want to shoot a panel that we don't know what it does.
Yeah.
Who are you guys?
I mean, what's the worst that it'll do? Yeah.
Yeah, I think shoot it.
I mean, it could that panel could be something we need to like.
There's always a backup.
Well, I do have to point out that if we say we shoot that panel and it blows out the monolith or whatever, right? There are other monoliths, and the worst that'll happen if the monolith goes inactive is our ship suddenly is freed. Like, it's not like a rock is going to explode. I don't think
And the
that's
booby
gonna
trap
happen.
isn't there anymore.
I don't think so. You don't have a focus in geology. There's plenty of exploding rocks.
I mean,
All right, let's
hey,
shoot
you
it
gotta-
anyways.
Yeah, let's
I
see
love
what
the
happens.
confidence.
Let's shoot it.
All right. I assume since Cranky's holding the rifle, he is shooting it. Let me.
Yep.
Diddly-diddly-do, quick
What's the
look.
worst to happen? I get zapped. Ooh!
Give me
I
control
revived our
security.
engineer for a reason.
It's quite a way away. It's an unfamiliar design rifle. I'm going to spend a threat. It's control and security, difficulty 3.
Control security, that's 16.
It's quite a long corridor. It's far away.
Shall I buy a dice or shall I go
Yes.
for it?
Yeah.
Buy a dice.
Do you have any focuses
dice.
that would help with shooting?
Hand-to-hand
Like
combat.
anything
Nah,
with
that's not really
ranged
shooting,
weapons
is it?
or anything?
No.
Not even a marksman. I would have allowed marksman.
No.
Uh,
I'm hand-to-hand combat, space combat, hazardous environments, infiltration, survival, and zero G.
All right.
not quite.
Right.
Just shoot for every
Yeah, buy a
type of
die.
combat apart from shooting things from the hallway.
He's bored.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got a 9, a 5, that's 2 successes, and a 16, which is 3 successes.
Oh, what is your,
All
what was
right.
your roll? Was it quite high?
16.
Oh, wow. Well done. So, yes, your marksman's shot hits the panel, and as you knock out the panel, you see loads of blue lights emerge from the panel and come towards the area, down the corridor, towards the area to where... Sorry, I should do it that way around to the camera. To where the trap is, and you start to see sparks fizzle out all around, knocking out various things, and then all of a sudden the sparks short out. You don't notice anything different, but you get the suspicion that maybe the trap might be disabled now. The people... well, you get your first confirmation as the two humans manage to push past you and run into the corridor, and they are not affected, and they run straight through, as do the 2 Klingons, the 2 Trill, and the remaining Vulcan manages to crawl back in there, and he manages to hobble himself up and pull himself up and hobbles into the corridor, seemingly unaware that you've
I'm
knackered
going to
his
be
knee.
first after them.
So
Yeah,
these
and-
people have gone in and out of sight.
They have.
Do we follow
They've
them?
gone down the
I'm
corridor,
going to
down
go
the
after them
corner,
ASAP.
What
and
the two- what
Stars
the
has
two
followed them.
Klingons
He's gone
doing?
round the corner as well.
Wait. Stars, why were you the first one? You're the injured one. We can't risk you.
He's the closest.
Yeah, makes sense.
All right.
The meat shield.
Well, I think we should follow them, and I'm going to pick up the helmet and put it on the way.
Okay. 1 second.
Plus 1 helmet.
What's 1 helmet? Sorry, so I'm sending a quick message. So as you follow all the people and obviously Stars who've already gone around the corner, you notice that this turns into a room. There is a sort of a large bridge-sized room. It's also pentagonal, contains the same blue etchings that cover the outside of the monolith, and looks like a control room of some kind with control panels and displays spread about. With the amount of dust covering the controls and the chairs, it's apparent this place hasn't seen use for some time. You see all the influenced people, they start to throw themselves at the controls, running their hands over them in a seemingly random patterns, but nothing appears to be happening. They start, as nothing happens, they become more frustrated and frantic. They start to get very, very angry, and yeah.
Tell you what, I'm gonna try and calm them down. I'm gonna start trying to work out what's going on with the panels and see if I can get ahead of them, as it were, before they do any damage.
Okay.
Are there any empty panels, or are all the panels occupied by our
I would
people?
say there's a few. Yeah, there's a few around there.
So we could do with examining one of these panels.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess that's
Are all the
what Stars
panels
is doing.
That makes most sense for a science officer to do it.
Yeah.
Yep. If you want to, do you want to sort of look at the panel, or do you want to try and interact with the panel the same way the other guys have?
I would like to interact with the panel. I would like to try to activate it.
Okay, give me a either control or reason, and science roll difficulty 2, please.
All right, I'm gonna use control and science, and I believe I am able to use my talent in computer expertise.
That makes sense to me.
Which would mean that I would get to, I believe it's re-roll a dice if I fail, if I'm not mistaken. No, add a bonus d20. That's computer expertise. All right, so that gives me 3, and I would like to argue that since this is a alien culture and I'm trying to mess with a alien technology, I can use my focus in xenoanthropology.
Sure, yeah, I'll allow that.
All right, thank you. All right, so 16.
Is it xeno?
Do it, Michael Burnham.
I'm gonna burn him it.
Yep.
All right, I got 4 successes.
Wow, Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, a crit and 2 other successes.
Nice, you've got yourselves 2 momentum back. You're up to 4 momentum now.
You just recouped the cost of keeping me up.
You notice several similar panels on the one that you're interacting with, and I think the combination of everyone working at the panels at the same time suddenly activates something in the room. You can't tell if it's either by your actions or just by the fact that the room was slowly waking up. But the ancient technology reacts. Displays spring to life, showing 3D displays running a variety of status updates and algorithms incomprehensible without more careful study. Some information is easy to see. However, one display shows a 3D representation of the Bacchus system and a beam shooting from Bacchus 4, reaching out to the moon of Bacchus 3. The moon is pulled out of orbit, cut into huge monoliths of different geometric shapes, and pulled down onto the surface of Bacchus 4. So that's where you're on Bacchus 4. Another display shows a display of the galaxy with bits of red highlighting different points all over the galaxy, including Bacchus 4. The greatest concentration of lights is an unexplored area of the galaxy deep within the Beta Quadrant. Another display shows a representation of twin orange beams trapping the Lexington and a Klingon bird of prey. When the display shows the current situation, it looks like both ships are in danger of being torn apart. So remind you, you've been out of contact with your ship for quite some time. On these displays activating as well, all the possessed people suddenly relax and seem to sort of come to terms with themselves and sort of look around in confusion, including Stars.
Hey, Stars is that.
Stars was, if you hadn't guessed, he was a little bit possessed there. Just a little bit possessed.
Can we ask Stars what he experienced while he was
sure.
out of his mind?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and say that like the moment that the possession kind of like drops, I'm going to like go, ow, my fucking chest. Because guess what? That helped, kind of take some of the pain away. But now I'm feeling more myself. Guess what? That hurt.
So aside from
yeah,
aside from the pain, you don't remember anything
Yeah.
other than a feeling of bliss, essentially, which probably masks.
Yeah, I
the
had a
pain.
very hard time focusing, and I just felt like a pull to get in as quickly as possible, which is why, apologies, I ran in ahead, and thank you, Mr. Niftox, for your tender care. It's much appreciated.
Yeah. So you get in a
I owe
good
you a
situation. So just to summarize, you've got displays of like the galaxy, one showing how this planet was formed, obviously pulling the moon, breaking it apart to form all these monoliths, and showing the display highlighting the two orange beams, which, as you rightly surmised, is one is holding the Lexington and the other is holding a Klingon bird of prey. Which, hey, guess what? The Klingons go, "That's my ship. What's it doing?" And
I
then he
can
turns
see
to you
my
and kind
house
of goes,
from here.
"Maybe it wasn't you."
No, I can
after
see
all."
my ship from here.
I can see my ship. From here. Same guy. Weird.
Should we,
They are very long lived.
should we turn it off, or see if we can turn off the beams that are threatening
Yes.
to kill our
Now
whole
that
crew?
I am myself, can I see what I can do to disengage those beams?
Absolutely. So there, you recognise one of the panels in front of the display that mentioned that shows your ships being in front of being trapped by the beam is sort of directly linked to it. So with a daring and science, hey, and guess what? I'm going to spend a threat. Difficulty 4. See what happens.
I have a 12 in that. Can I not use engineering? This feels like good engineering.
I'm just doing what the book says.
Also, hold on. Unless you were about to say it, Esteban could do his whole computer thingy he just did. That was a lot of dice and a lot of success. I think
That was.
he should.
Yeah, no, if it's a purely science role, I think he's our best shot.
Yeah, can you
What
help
was it?
me?
Daring and
assist?
science.
I would love to assist if I'm allowed to. And since assistance is often done with different roles, because it represents a different way of trying things, maybe I could use engineering for that.
I'm gonna say it's daring and science. I'm gonna go with
Daring and
the
science,
the
alright.
mission log on this one.
All right, so I get a 13. I'm going to
got
use
13.
my your expertise, and I think I can probably still use xenoanthropology, so that gives me 3 dice. And can I use a momentum, guys?
Absolutely, this seems really important.
All right,
Yeah.
all right.
I'm
gonna
I
do
only have
4
an 11 in this. Does anyone else have a better than that in daring and science?
I have 13.
Only have 10.
You got a 13. Oh, great.
Rolling Dave, help out. 1
What are
dice.
we doing? You want to have a single die?
All right.
Yeah, you're rolling 1, and what you're rolling 3 or 4, Cranky? Sorry, Genos.
I'm rolling 4.
Cranky. Okay. Well, hopefully you could roll better than Cranky has, because I recognize
okay.
that look on his face.
I had 19.
That's
Okay,
okay.
uh,
That's okay.
so-
It's
Okay.
not critical.
Oh,
I
okay.
got I got 2.
Fail.
Yeah, I got
hang
2
on.
successes and a complication. So that didn't go well.
mm,
Idle didn't hear us. Okay, I mean I got 5 successes.
That's it. We won. We've won the game.
Sorry. Sorry. What was that, Matt? I just had to quickly speak to my son. What did you roll?
5 ones.
5?
No,
What?
just
Get out of here.
I got 2 successes and a complication. Crank got a 19. We suck.
Okay. So right.
2 successes and a complication overall for a
So
difficulty
you
4.
definitely know that this is the right panel. You can tell
Wait,
that you're.
couldn't you re-roll? Was
You
that
get-
one of your
oh, yeah.
things? Computer expertise?
No, mine
No,
was
it
an
was a
extra.
bonus.
Yeah, mine's a
Yeah.
bonus.
Okay. You sure? I thought you said
alright,
it was a
hang on.
reroll. Your computer expertise.
No, I thought it was, but no, it's a
Oh,
extra.
Additional dice.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you be willing to let me use a second talent to do bold science and give you a threat and re-roll a d20? The 20.
I'll take threat. Go for it. Sure.
All right, so I'm gonna re-roll the 20
Yeah, see what
and
happens.
and get an 18. So that didn't work.
At least it's
No,
not.
it means we know
Okay.
No more complication.
Okay.
Yes.
So
I'll take it.
here's
It's
what
better.
happens with that. You notice, the controls you are using definitely are the correct ones, but being that they are so incredibly alien, you're not 100% sure what you're doing, despite your very good geological and xenoanthropological skills. So as you start hitting the controls, you see that you're starting to have an effect on the beams. They start fading out, but as you get to a certain point, the console fizzles out, and the room turns red. The room turns red, and you start to hear an alarm in the background. As the dazzling displays stream information at you from all directions, an explosion rocks the monolith. All the displays go dark simultaneously, leaving you in pitch black. Then one display appears showing you a holographic representation of the Bacchus system. It shows you the planet you are on, with beams of energy bolting out and destroying the other planets in the system. A placid voice speaks throughout the control room. Your access of our technology has put you in danger. This system will be destroyed. Use the teleportation field to return to your ship and leave this star system immediately. The voice repeats the message as a purple beam of light plays out in front of you.
Oh boy.
Okay, so
sorry,
there is still
real-
power going to them. Oh, so here you go.
Real quick, I have to step away for a couple minutes, but continue. I'll be
Okay.
back. I'm not leaving, but
Make sure you step out into the background.
The background,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so the scientific solution didn't work. Can I use my engineering expertise to try and work out what is powering? This is an awful lot of power being generated here.
You established that before. I think you knew that the power from the power from everything is coming through the monolith itself. It's a huge planet-wide covering monolith that is essentially being powered by the geothermal energies of the planet itself.
Right. Okay.
This is epic scale stuff.
It's got to
As
go
I say,
through like
just repeat-
conduits or something. Can we blow up a conduit or something and stop the power from coming through?
You can certainly look into that. However,
Definitely
you notice
reroute
on the
something.
displays, like so, just to remind you, on the displays, beams are already shooting, or at least what you can see on the displays, beams are shooting out, destroying other planets. A purple portal has availed in front of you. You see a lot of people around you because they've just woken up consciousness. They don't know what's going on. They've been in bliss for quite some time now, as you can tell. They are looking very confused and very scared, and so all you have is a pitch black room, a display, a purple portal, and a lot of confused people, including the Klingons, who are starting to get a little bit rowdy again.
Can I try and have a look and see if there's a way for me to switch all this off, or at least delay it?
Yes.
While maybe Thurley and Dave maybe start pushing people toward the purple teleportation beam.
This will be two rolls, so let's do your one first, Stars. So what is it? You want to ascertain an off switch, essentially.
An off switch, or even just like a delay, or some way of just.
I'll
Can I get a clarification, by the way? We would have been able to do long range scans of the system when we were approaching, correct?
Correct, yes.
Are any of these planets inhabited?
I don't believe so. Let me just double check.
Okay, that takes a bit of the. Okay, that's not so bad then.
Act 1. Let me just go back. Yeah, it looks like it was the fourth planet in the Bacchus system contains the remnants of an ancient, technologically advanced situation, the Tilakal. So no active life forms here.
So it's an archaeological catastrophe, but not a humanitarian.
Yeah, Picard would be outraged.
Yeah. So... Okay.
If he were, if he'd been born yet.
Yes.
Yeah, he hasn't been born for a while.
Sorry, Dr. Galen would be outraged.
Yes, Dr. Galen is old enough that he's probably still alive.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I want to have a look and see if there's an off switch, a delay.
Okay. Give me.
Even if I can just. So the beams are still active on our ships, correct?
They are for a while, but you can kind of get the impression that the system's starting to do a little bit of a self-destruct, so they may eventually go down.
Yeah, but I don't think our ships being around while the planet's
Not
being
helpful.
carved up is very good for them. Yeah.
No, exactly.
So if there's anything I can do.
Yeah, give me insight and engineering. It's going to be difficulty 3. It's going to be difficulty 3 because you're under a bit of pressure now. Things are not going that well, and then we'll get to Genesis' roll after you've done yours.
Okay, so that's a 13. Insight and engineering, you say, yeah?
Yes. So I'm giving you.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Tholi and Dave's gonna push. I think can I help out with the insight and engineering? I have a 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be helpful. Can I buy a dice?
Yeah, we got 3 momentum. Go for it.
Cool.
All right.
So I'm rolling 3. You're rolling 1.
Mhm.
Actually, how many momentum have we got?
You've now got 2.
Okay, yeah. I was hoping we could buy another one, but I don't think we've got the budget for that.
We could because I think he just deducted the 1.
So you've got 2.
That you bought.
This does potentially mean we stop a system from being destroyed. I feel like this is kind of an important role, but I don't want to make a unilateral decision to use all of our momentum.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Well, we still have 1 left.
No, he already took 1. He wants to
So
know
it'd
if he
be
can buy a
another 2.
second one. Yeah, so he'd be rolling
It's the second
4.
dice is an escalating
and I'd be
cost,
rolling
so it'd be
1.
2. Yeah.
Yeah, so that'd leave us with 1 moment. Oh, Okay.
We're down to 2, so using another one would bring us down to 0.
I say do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do we
go
want to
for
wait
it.
for Nifty, or do you want to go for a majority vote?
Nah, go for it.
All right, I'm rolling 4. Jonas, you're rolling 1. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, doke. Let's see what we can do, gentlemen. This wouldn't count as performing maintenance, would it?
No.
No.
That implies you're
Okay.
performing a maintenance or something
Nice
you already
try.
know.
Okay.
I love the
Right,
attempt, though.
right.
Love the moxie.
So I've got a 11 and a 12, a 19 and a 15. So that's 2 successes here.
I got 1.
Cool. I'm gonna re-roll that 19 because I have meticulous.
Okay.
Woo!
Oh no. Oh, sorry. Actually, cautious engineering because I bought a dice. I mean, I can re-roll a single one. So
Nice.
Nice.
and what did you get, Jonas?
I got a 1 success. I got an 11.
Okay, so all hinges. I'm gonna use my nice stuff. Nice.
Dice jail. Dice jail.
Well, this is one I got literally given in a little cardboard box. That's my special one.
If it gets
Is
you a complication, you
auto
throw it away.
polling chat?
Don't fuck me now.
Should
Oh,
adventurers poll chat for a big momentum?
Said stars
decision?
never.
What'd you get?
A 12.
Okay.
All right.
So we got a point of momentum back at least. So yeah. Okay. So yeah, you do manage to find a conduit around nearby underneath the panel for which is currently active, and with that roll, I will say you managed to sort of work out a way of sort of jamming your wrench into the works, as it were. And whilst this doesn't stop the countdown, you see the system start to calibrate. And, as you're trying to unplug this thing, and it's trying to calibrate and assess the situation. So it's given you an extra few more minutes of time before this place implodes. So shall we move on to, I believe it's Cranky now. You're going to be doing, Dave, Tholi and Dave now doing the ushering people to the portal. Is that what you still want to do?
I think so.
I mean, yeah, it's worth having them by the portal ready in case we need to get out quick, I suppose.
Okay, so this is going to be a fitness and security. It's going to be fitness and security. I'm going to say it's difficulty 2. It was difficulty 3. I think because Stars has given you a bit more time, it's going to be difficulty 2 now. But give me fitness and security,
15.
please.
Okay.
This is you generally walking yourselves around the room, we ushering people in, telling people like, portal, go. Stay now, threat. No, kill you.
Oh, that's
No kill
2
I.
successes, 14 and 2.
Ooh,
All
very
right.
2 successes, well done. So you've managed to usher everyone to around. Have you pushed anyone into the portal, or are you sort of keeping them nearby? How are you approaching this?
I say order the Federation to go in, because
Okay.
they'll actually listen to us now that they're not mental.
Yeah, they do. They before they step in, they goes, "We're so sorry, sir. We honestly we didn't know our actions." And they step into the purple beam and shoop, gone.
Do we know they've gone to a happy place?
They're not here.
I mean, I'm not just going to kill you in a purple portal. So yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't trust you.
Okay, so do we continue ushering people into the portal?
Up to you.
Yeah, I'd say maybe we can continue to usher the people, and including the Klingons who are hopefully placated, because of what there's the 2 original ones and then 2 more. Did the other 2 follow us in, or are they still outside?
No, they're with you. They're there. They're sort of as confused as you are.
There's
but
now 4 Compass Mentis Klingons.
Yeah, and the other Klingons are obviously the subordinates of the ones who are there. So they've now taken orders, and he's point shot. You're gonna go shoo, da, meh, and they're walking in and zoom back up.
Okay, so
sorry.
I assume there's nothing else I can do with the panels.
No.
We're trying to get off. We're still in this control room.
Yes,
but now there's a portal.
Stars managed to delay the countdown or delay whatever destructive effects were happening, but didn't manage to solve the crisis. However, and yeah, you're not far off from where you were when you left.
So we've now beamed everyone out except us.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I'm guessing there's nothing else I can do with these panels, yeah?
No.
Yeah, beam out then.
Is there a communications panel?
Not that you can recognise.
Okay, well, there's not much more else we can do here.
Let's
Make
watch
Are
us
we being
watch
beamed
us and
by our ship? Are we in contact with our ship?
You are not.
What's
in
the-
contact.
No, that's why I was looking for a communications panel, yeah.
Well, how are we beaming?
We've
It's
been
just-
told
There's
by
a
the
purple
computer
ball.
system to step into the portal. And beam out
We've been spoken
because we're in
to. Okay,
danger.
cool.
Yeah. The ancient aliens left a voice message and they're like, hey, you guys
Yeah.
fucked our stuff up. Here's the
Okay.
yak button.
Your
Yeah,
call is
cool.
very important, Bus.
Yes. Hi, this is the telecall. Please leave a message after the beep.
Your extra
Mine-
dimensional emergency is very important to us, we promise.
Mind the
Press
gap.
button. Yeah.
Mind the gap.
Alright, well, I think we should just go in. I don't think
Yeah.
there's much more. If there's nothing else I can do here,
Are
I
you
just want to
all-
start shooting
Yep.
things, but that, I don't know about that.
Okay.
I kind of want to shoot things, but
I mean, we already fucked it up, so do we need to just shoot more stuff?
If you want to shoot stuff while you're here, go ahead.
Nah, I say we go.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
So
We'll jump in 60s freeze frame like in
Yeah, you'll spin
Austin
around
Yeah.
and zoom
Powers.
in.
Yeah.
Austin Power style. So this will be probably appropriate moment for the cliffhanger because I know Nifty, you have a hard out. Do you still have a hard out at 10 or half an hour?
Yeah, in half an
that's
hour
fine.
I do. Yeah.
No, that's fine. In which case, I will leave you on your. It's a short and sweet one, but we'll leave you on the
Oh,
little
okay.
cliffhanger. As your senses return following the transport, you first notice that you are on the bridge of a small craft. The air is stale and it reeks of Klingons. A dozen shocked Klingons turn and level a dozen disruptors at you. What is this intrusion? Yells the closest, his finger dangerously twitchy on the disruptor's trigger. And we are going to end it there. Ba 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 ba.
glad I have my helmet. That'll protect me from a headshot.
Yes, your Romulan helmet you've appeared with on the Klingon ship.
Yeah, that may not have been your proudest boner.
Yeah. Yeah, and we'll leave it there for today because I say this next scene will be quite fun to come in there. Yes, this name's Kang.
I'm gonna have to be very culturally flexible in the upcoming scene. I
This
think.
sounds like time for my radiation burst.
Oh, but you know what? If we have to, yeah.
No, yeah,
You know, let us know when you're about to let that one off.
Yeah, I'd like to duck and maybe
Make
cover
sure- yeah,
important
just
bits
stand out-
before
just
the
stand
radiation
upwind.
burst.
So I'd
Make sure
like,
you're upwind of that one.
while we've got a bit of time, I'd like to hear what are your theories so far? Because I say this is what's called a living campaign. This is something that's going to be going on for missions and missions and missions, and this is sort of like the first part. What you're intrigued, what your thoughts are, and your theories.
So,
Oh, here you
I'm trying to just summarize some things before we.
Sure.
So we have been on this planet. There's all this funky tech. It seems really old and really powerful, as far as we can tell.
Mhm.
I missed a cutscene, I guess, where the voice, a pre-recorded
Oh, yeah.
thing, talked to us.
So it said, your access of our technology has put you in danger. The system will be destroyed. Use the teleportation field to return to your ship and leave immediately. What you missed as well, Nifty, was on one of the displays, it showed that there was a beam coming out of the planet and destroying other planets in the system. But Stars has managed to slow
I think
that down.
I think I got that
you got
part,
that one,
or
didn't you? Yeah, okay.
yeah. Okay, so what is this, like some sort of like super planet killing?
I don't
thing,
think it's a planet killer. I think it's like more. I'm going to grab raw materials from other
Yeah,
planets.
it sounds like it's mining other
fashion-
planets.
Yeah, which isn't great. That's it's not destroying things, but it's still destroying them in the purpose of something else. But
Hmm.
this feels
Well, didn't-
Con Empire-y.
Oh yeah, it
Yeah.
does seem that kind of way, doesn't it?
The Takon Empire.
So these
of
are
course,
like super
this time of
powerful.
year.
So yeah, I wonder if this is some like crazy, powerful civilization.
Well, didn't Idle say that the monoliths that are on the covering the surface of the planet that we're on were taken from another moon
Correct, yeah.
Mhm.
drawn
Yeah,
through the
yeah,
planet?
that's what
Yeah,
one of the
which
other
that's what the display thing we saw was bringing geometric chunks
Yeah,
down
Yeah.
from other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that does
Almost
sound
like
very
Kardashev's
Takoni.
style
Yeah.
civilization
So-
kind of thing.
So with if they get more raw materials and make more monoliths, does that mean the technology gets stronger and they can strip materials from other parts of the quadrant or other parts of the galaxy? And
There was,
There was
And
that
they-
galaxy map with
There was,
patches
yes.
of red on it.
another
With-
display
yeah.
shows a display of the galaxy with bits of red highlighting different points all over the galaxy.
They
And
point
And there was
Yeah.
something
interest
about
in
a section of the beta quadrant, right?
Correct, yeah. The greatest concentration of lights is an unexplored area of the galaxy deep within the beta
Unexplored,
quadrant, which
that's
is
it.
the Shackleton Expanse, probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
and they needed people to actually operate the machinery. So, but what was their plan? Like they brought people down, but yet they were just staring, and nothing
Yeah, well-
happened until we turned it on, but none of those people seemed to know that they had to turn it on. So were they going to stand there forever and stare at it? What was the
But
plan?
did
Yeah,
they-
it entranced them into running into a disintegration beam. Like that's not great. That's not a great way of enlisting workers.
No.
Did they bring them down intentionally, or is this some old? Because like everything was dusty, so it hadn't been used in a while. But is that because they'd been this civilization has been searching for people, and just because it's an area of space that is unknown to us and to many of our equivalent civilizations, we just hadn't found it in a while, or is it just a coincidence and this is some sort of safety measure? They actually don't want people showing up.
Well, I mean, the fact
Why-
that there's a
why would they
pre-recorded
have-
message for when this happens.
The thing I'm a little bit unsure of is why they've taken members of various species. Like there was the 2 Klingons, there was a Romulan, there was a Vulcan, there was Trill, humans.
Yeah.
Why
Well,
do
they're
they,
all
why do
alpha
they
and
need
beta
one or
quadrant
2?
ones, so I imagine they're nearby, and they weren't like breeding pairs or anything like that.
No.
So it's just like anybody that gets too close, they're like, "Hey, stay away."
Well, then they
But-
also took another 3 Klingons as well, so they essentially took 5 Klingons. It's just the 3 of them.
Yeah, and so
remained.
it's not go away; it's come here. That's
Yeah.
just the exact
Right.
opposite.
And they were all drawn to the monolith.
Yeah. But the ones that they
Then-
took off the ships that were in orbit didn't get all borked, except for Stars, who ran into the almost death beam.
See, that's another weird thing. They were drawn to the monolith, but once inside and activated, the monolith started destroying shit and told them to get out.
Well, it only started destroying things because you guys messed up that science roll.
Yep, that's
oh,
me.
was that okay?
So it's possible you hit the wrong button and it caused it to go into some kind of chain reaction.
Esteban destroyed her system.
Yeah, it's going to go on the permanent record.
Yeah, I may not make a second officer after this.
That's fine. Just kill the first officer and you can take his position.
Yeah.
Poor Commander.
Terran Empire campaign soon.
Yeah, I'm really intrigued. I wonder if anyone's written a Terran Empire one. If not, I'll look into
Someone
it.
has to have.
I think that could be a lot of fun. I think that could be a
Yeah.
great lot of fun. All right. Thank you guys. You've been awesome as always. We will...
Do I get my determination, by the way?
What was your determination? Oh, you do. Yes,
you
you do
told
get a
me,
point of determination for being possessed. Yes, that was... So, for you guys who didn't realise, there was a section in this saying you can, with the cooperation of another player, you can influence them. And I said, Stars, do you want to be influenced for this adventure? To which he said, fuck yes. But for role-playing purposes, make it clear with your words and actions that you are no longer in control. You gain 1 determination for use later in this adventure if you can get one of the other players to note your change of behaviour without you telling them directly. I'm going to say that didn't happen, but you can have... They didn't really notice that you were being a bit oblivious.
It's not my
Oh,
fault
so
they're
this is something
unobservant.
secret between you two.
Oh, yeah,
then?
yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were running after them because you wanted to see all the cool engineering
Well,
stuff.
I also
inside.
did stupid things like poking my head into the traps.
Which
Yeah, I thought
I
that, but I didn't want to say
objected
anything
to.
because you know how to
Yeah.
play this game better
See,
than
he
me.
noticed.
There you
See,
I-
Nifty noticed.
I objected to these actions.
go. Could have stopped him.
So there you go. I was,
There you go.
well,
But it's quite funny because the section in the book that says, "So you've just been influenced by the Tilakal."
It's a little pamphlet they hand you at the doctor's office.
Anyway, thank you all for coming to this wonderful. Oh, hang on, my son again. Hello, mate. Hang on. Let me just finish here, mate. and I'll come
I've
and
never
see you,
actually
all right?
had more than 1 point of
Alright.
determination at a time.
Yes.
Great.
Yes, thank you all for
Oh,
coming
copy.
and joining us for this wonderful adventure. We'll be doing this soon. We'll consult amongst ourselves and we'll get a time. Yes, I don't have my cat. We'll consult a time and we'll sort it out. In fact, no, he's gone now. I was going to say my son can come down. Thank you all for joining us. We'll be back. We don't know what we're doing next week yet, because I'm on holiday to Scotland in a couple of weeks, but we're going to confer amongst ourselves. Join us this Sunday, where we will be watching Peak Performance and the Magnificent Ferengi. So we'll be doing that. So come join us for another classic track. Why not? And if you haven't already, go and check out our charity show. I will be having the individual Episodes up from that, including a wonderful interview with a load of Jeopardy contestants, one of the funniest pros and cons I've ever done, Stars' amazing SDA campaign for a Galaxy Quest adventure, which was a whole lot of fun, and lots more. And the donation link is still open, bit.ly/TrekTime24 if you haven't been able to donate to this amazing charity. We raised over $2,100, which is outstanding. So thank you everyone for that. But on that line, I'll see you guys later. Walker.
It's all set.
What's all set?
I got Hooker lined up with a dude who's gonna give him the deal of a lifetime in a new Porsche.
A Porsche?
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe you should wait. You might get a better deal through the state.
Yeah?
Yeah, we just did some story on a guy who's selling stolen Porsches off a lot on Main. Real sleazy character.
What's his name?
Delvin, Kelvin,
Melvin?
Melvin.